Our service area is Dickinson County and probably an 80-mile radius beyond Dickinson County. We're here in the workshop of the Renew store where materials come in. In about 2009, we were looking for innovative ways to fund our affordable housing work, and hit upon an idea that's not new, but new to this area, which was a reclaimed building materials store. So the Renew store features cabinets, doors, windows, flooring materials, tile, paint, appliances. Kitchen cabinets are one of our big sellers here, and in our 5-year history, we've diverted 2.6 million pounds of material from the landfill, which works out to about 1,300 tons, and saved the people who would normally have paid to dispose of this material about $140,000 in tipping fees.
We operate the Salvage Barn, which is a tool lending library and architectural salvage warehouse. Located at the East Side Recycling Center, a new recycling center, sustainable center that the City of Iowa City has built on Scott Boulevard here on the east side of town. The Salvage Barn specializes in going into buildings where demolition permits have been pulled with a group of volunteers and deconstructing the material so that it can be reused in different projects, whether those be crafting projects or rebuilding projects, or oftentimes homeowners are just looking to find that missing piece that got removed at their house at one point or another.
The Eldora Project is Iowa Prison Industries owns land, and originally they had a working farm, a working dairy farm, and so they had multiple outbuildings that they used for milking and for housing cattle and hogs and stuff in. And they hadn't used them since the 50s or 60s, and so the buildings were just sitting there and they were getting run down and they didn't really know what to do with them. So when we got in touch with them, the buildings weren't looking very good, and they wanted a way to get rid of them. And at first their reasoning for wanting to get rid of them with us was just to save money. But I think in the end, they really saw the value in the buildings. So I went there with a prison crew, and we tore down the buildings, and then we ended up selling the lumber back to Iowa Prison Industries, and that started the Eldora line, which is a line of furniture that they sell. They really like doing the deconstruction, and even if some of them don't go on to do deconstruction, they have the skills that they can get a job in construction. So I feel like all the guys we put through could go work on a crew somewhere. You know, if not a deconstruction crew, they could work on, being a carpenter or something, or pouring concrete or something like that. Other things, we salvaged a ton of material. I feel like we saved a lot of barns from being burned down or put in the landfill, and we saved a lot of old growth lumber, and we put it to good use. A lot of that stuff is in people's homes now.